In September 1987, at the World Championships in Rome, Ralf Haber stepped into the throwing circle representing the German Democratic Republic, competing among the strongest hammer throwers in the world. The event demanded precision and composure, with every rotation inside the circle carrying the weight of international expectation and years of preparation. How should the career of a top East German hammer thrower be understood within the broader history of a discipline defined by power, rhythm, and technical mastery? This documentary explores the documented life and athletic career of Ralf Haber, tracing his development, achievements, and enduring place in hammer throw history. Ralf Haber was born on the 7th of May 1962 in the German Democratic Republic. He entered athletics through the structured sports system that identified young talent and guided athletes into specialized disciplines. The hammer throw, a technically demanding event requiring strength, balance, and coordination, became his focus during his early development. Training within sports clubs associated with the national program, he progressed steadily through youth and junior levels. The hammer throw is one of track and field's most complex events. An athlete must execute multiple rotational turns inside a confined circle, accelerating a metal ball attached to a wire and handle, before releasing it at precisely the correct angle. Success depends not only on raw strength but also on timing, footwork, and spatial awareness. From the outset, Haber demonstrated the combination of physical power and technical discipline required for the event. By the early 1980s, he had emerged as one of the leading hammer throwers in East Germany. National competitions provided opportunities to test his progress against established throwers. Incremental improvements in distance marked his advancement, with throws exceeding 75 meters placing him among serious contenders at the national level. Consistency became a defining feature of his performances. Haber's international presence expanded as he began competing in European and global competitions. During a period when the hammer throw featured strong fields from across Europe and the Soviet bloc, achieving podium placements required distances approaching or exceeding 80 meters. Haber developed into an athlete capable of meeting that standard. His breakthrough on the international stage came in 1986 at the European Athletics Championships in Stuttgart. In that competition, he delivered a throw of 82.28 meters, earning the gold medal and becoming European champion. The mark represented a personal best and placed him among the leading hammer throwers of his generation. Winning a continental title confirmed his status as one of the elite athletes in the event. The European Championships have long served as a benchmark for excellence in athletics. The hammer throw competition demands not only maximum distance but also composure under pressure, as athletes are given a limited number of attempts to produce their best mark. Haber's winning performance in Stuttgart reflected technical precision and the ability to deliver at a decisive moment. In 1987, he competed at the World Championships in Rome. The global field included some of the strongest hammer throwers of the era. Haber delivered competitive performances and reached the final, ultimately placing fourth with a best throw of 80.34 meters. Though just outside the medal positions, the result demonstrated his capacity to contend at the highest international level. The following year brought the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul. Competing on the Olympic stage represents the pinnacle of track and field participation. In Seoul, Haber advanced to the final and finished 7th overall with a best throw of 79.28 meters. The performance secured him a place among the top 8 Olympic hammer throwers of that Games. Olympic competition differs from other championships in its global visibility and intensity. Athletes must navigate qualification rounds before advancing to the final. Each throw is measured precisely, and rankings shift with every successful attempt. Haber's presence in the final underscored his consistency and resilience. Throughout the late 1980s, he continued to compete in international meets and national championships. His distances regularly approached or exceeded 80 meters, a threshold associated with world-class performance in that era. Maintaining such standards over multiple seasons requires careful management of training loads and recovery. Training for the hammer throw involves a balance between strength development and technical refinement. Athletes incorporate weightlifting, rotational drills, and repeated throwing sessions into their routines. The event places significant stress on the body, particularly the shoulders, back, and lower limbs. Sustaining elite performance depends on disciplined conditioning and precise mechanics. Haber's technique was characterized by controlled acceleration during the turns and stable foot placement within the circle. Observers noted the smooth progression of speed from the first rotation to release. Such technical stability is essential for achieving maximum distance while avoiding fouls. His competitive record indicates a high level of repeatability in performance. In 1990, as Germany approached reunification, Haber remained active in athletics. He competed during a transitional period in which East and West German athletes began representing a unified Germany. Adapting to structural changes in national sports organization formed part of this phase of his career. At the 1991 World Championships in Tokyo, competing for unified Germany, Haber again reached the final. He finished sixth with a throw of 79.36 meters. This placement demonstrated his ability to remain competitive during a period of significant change in the sporting landscape. His personal best of 80.28 meters, achieved in 1986, remains a defining statistic in his career. That mark situates him among the top hammer throwers of the 1980s. Measured objectively, it reflects a combination of peak physical condition and precise technical execution. As the 1990s progressed, Haber gradually stepped away from top-level international competition. Athletic careers in the hammer throw often span many years, but sustaining podium-level performance becomes increasingly demanding. His competitive record, including European Championship gold and Olympic and World Championship finals, secured his place in the historical record of the event. Following retirement from elite competition, Haber remained connected to athletics through coaching and professional involvement in sport. Many former throwers contribute their expertise to the next generation, sharing insights into technique and preparation. Such transitions reflect the broader continuity of knowledge within track and field. The hammer throw, though less publicly visible than some sprint events, demands exceptional dedication. Each competition consists of 6 attempts in the final, with athletes striving to produce a single maximal throw. Years of preparation culminate in moments lasting only seconds. Haber's achievements illustrate how mastery of that brief release can shape an athletic legacy. His European Championship victory stands as a highlight not only for his personal record but also within the broader history of German hammer throwing. The 82.28 meter throw in Stuttgart remains a reference point for performances of that era. It is preserved in official records and statistics. Participation in Olympic and World Championship finals confirms consistent excellence. Finishing among the top 8 in the world represents a significant accomplishment in any era. Haber achieved that distinction multiple times across major championships. The evolution of hammer throw techniques during the 1980s emphasized increased rotational speed and improved balance within the circle. Athletes sought to maximize angular momentum while maintaining control. Haber's results suggest effective adaptation to these technical demands. Looking back, his career spans a distinctive period in athletics history. He competed during the final decade of the German Democratic Republic and continued into the era of reunified Germany. His record bridges those two chapters. Recognition in sport is grounded in documented results. European champion, World Championship finalist, Olympic finalist. These titles summarize measurable achievements without embellishment. Beyond medals and placements, his career reflects the discipline required to excel in a demanding field event. The hammer throw does not allow improvisation. Each movement must be rehearsed repeatedly. Such preparation builds the consistency evident in championship performances. Today, Ralf Haber's name appears in the historical lists of European champions and Olympic finalists. His achievements contribute to the broader narrative of German athletics and the global history of the hammer throw. They represent a period when distances over 80 meters defined elite status. In reflecting on his contribution, it becomes clear that his career embodies perseverance and technical dedication. From early development within a structured sports system to international podium success, each stage was marked by measurable progress. His European title in 1986 remains the central milestone of his athletic journey. The meaning of dedication in track and field is often measured not only in medals but in sustained presence at the highest level. Competing across multiple world championships and Olympic Games demonstrates resilience. Haber achieved that continuity. As we conclude this exploration of his life and career, we recognize the importance of preserving the documented achievements of athletes whose events demand quiet precision. Ralf Haber's performances, recorded in meters and centimeters, continue to define his place in athletics history. His career deserves recognition for its measurable excellence and sustained competitiveness.